KnifeDope. More dope. Come and get your fix. What's up, fuckers? Your boy is back with a fresh batch of dope. KnifeDope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Look at this beauty that needs to be acknowledged. One of my only Italian-made knives in my collection. This is the GM11 from Giant Mouse. These are limited runs, dropped annually, and once they drop, they are never to be made again. These are actually also individually serialized, and it's this knife that had introduced me to Italian craftsmanship, and I've been blown away by them. You know, so much so that I had made it a mission to acquire this knife that was announced last year. But one more time before we get to the real star of the show here. Also need to do a quick acknowledgement, quick shout out to Mr. Ryan Shear for giving me the inside information on this drop. This is a flash batch from Spyderco, and if you're not familiar with that, we're going to go over that. This was also purchased from Northwest Knives, and so without further ado, let's get to the dope. Now, also, whenever you see this taco-style plush pouch from Spyderco, rest assured that it's nothing but the finest dope you can buy. And if you see here, it's made in Italy. Oh, shit. This is the brand new Spymyto, baby. Like I mentioned, flash batch. Now, these came in at $231, which I felt was extremely fair pricing, especially considering it's a flash batch and the steel that it's in. So wait for that. But first, here goes the insert. You guys can pause and read if you like. I'm going to go to the important part, which is the flash batch description. So if you're not familiar with that, go ahead and pause and read that. It'll bring you up to speed. But here she goes. Absolutely stunning. We've got a gorgeous show side scale in green micarta that has been nicely chamfered. Now, these were produced by Lionsteel exclusively for Spyderco. This particular model was inspired by the Lionsteel Myto. Now, being a flash batch, these are to be made once in this configuration and never again. These are actually individually serialized. We've got a removable flipper tab, so we'll check that out in a minute. The trademark round Spyderco hole. Gorgeous titanium on the lock side. Also has that same chamfer that we see on the micarta. Look at this. A truly deep carry factory Spyderco pocket clip. I don't think I've ever seen that before. We've got single-sided tooling on the hardware. Looks like we've got it recessed T8s as well. Let's go flipper first. Woo! Detent is dialed the fuck in. Look at that gorgeous blade, people. Just look at it. 7.7 inches as far as overall length goes. We're rocking 3.32 in this wonderful drop point apparatus. M398. That's right. M398 is the steel. 157 thousandths blade stock thickness. Gorgeous crown spine. We've got a, I think I had read somewhere where they were calling this a hollow, but that's not a hollow. That is a nicely full flat grind. Add all that up, and what do you got? She's a slicey hoe. Now, something else that's interesting is that the actual micarta scale is linerless. So it's just a solid piece of micarta. So that's going to help with the weight reduction, which is coming in at 3.6 ounces. This is riding on bearings, so you're going to get fantastic action. This is right out the box, right out the pouch. I fucking love it. Now, I also mentioned that these are individually serialized, so let's go ahead and show you where that's at. That's going to be on the other side of the, or rather the inside of the titanium lock side. So this is number 395 of 2000. So 2000 worldwide, which is not many at all if you consider that this is a worldwide release. Now, the unfortunate part, if you want this, is these are going to be very hard to get. If I'm being honest, if it wasn't for Ryan giving me the inside play, I would have missed it. But just rest assured that they are constantly going to be dropping some of these at different retailers. If I happen to hear of anything upcoming, I will definitely share that information. Feels great in the hand. No hot spots, you know. Would have loved the spot to choke up, but you can always do that trigger pull. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and remove this flipper. Very easy to do. Looks like we've got a T6. So you can actually do this without disassembling the knife. That's always a plus. Let's just see how she looks without the flipper tab. All right, so there goes that. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh, man. I think that, as a matter of fact, this is my very first ever flash batch knife model from Spyderco. I've got several sprint runs, which were hard to get, but allegedly these flash batches are even harder to acquire. Now let's go ahead and put some knives up for some size comparison. Basically, a little bit of knife flexing. You know how the fuck we do. Gotta roll with America first, and we're gonna keep it all Spyderco. We're gonna start out like this. The sprint run rendition of the Spyderco Manix 2 in 15V. Then we're gonna go with a little bit of Taiwan vibes, and we're gonna come with that Sage 5 lightweight rendition, rocking those gorgeous Parsons Blade Works titanium scales. Let's do a couple more, shall we? How about one of my favorites, the Native 5 in fluted carbon fiber S90V. Then we got one of my very first grails from Spyderco, which was this beauty, Dmitry Sinkovich design, Spyderco Drunken. So here we see the Spymyto up against those. Let's do two more. God damn it, two more. How about another grail of mine, the Swizz Bowie. So there you see that. Last but certainly not least, my #1 Spyderco grail, and that of course is the Peter Recenti designed Spyderco Paisan. Now tell me that ain't a goddamn lineup right there, people. We've got one from, we got two from Taiwan and then one from Italy. You know, like, #1, I love, you know, anything American made for the most part, especially Spyderco American made knives. But I will tell you, man, the knives that are produced from these foreign entities, or rather foreign factories of Spyderco, are some of the best Spydercos in their catalog, you know? Maybe they are the best. And so therefore, you know, I love when I can pick up something like this, flash batch, Italian made, you know. Now I do know some of the people I've spoken to privately, you know, are concerned about the heat treat. You know, the Italians, they're known for making fantastic knives, and deservedly so. However, their heat treat has been known to be soft as baby shit. I, however, feel that Spyderco would not allow such a thing, especially being that this is a Spyderco branded knife. You know, one can only hope. I feel that if they allowed that, that would be blasphemous. So I'm leaning towards that. But either way, she's a beauty in the collection. And yeah, don't know if I touched on this as well. We've got a floating carbon fiber backspacer. That's such a nice touch. But more importantly, I want to know what you fuckers think. Are you digging this Spymyto? Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time. Cut something, cut someone. Just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers.